This is a Next Weather Alert from CBS News Miami.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Tom Cabrera. We're going to check in with this next weather alert now that is in effect for tonight and heading into a Friday. The reason for that, we've already seen it in Broward County, bands of torrential rain, heaviest along the coast, and we could be looking at totals anywhere from 2 to 4 inches plus, because we've already gotten some spots here that have gone even above that. Now, we don't still have a flash flood warning, which is a good thing here. Obviously, we have flood advisories. The level is the first level, and then we go up to a flash flood warning if necessary, if that rain continues. But let me get you into where the advisories are and where the rain continues to be quite heavy across Broward County. This is going to be a Broward and North Dade event for tonight, and then we're going to spread things a little bit further to the south for tomorrow. But there is the training, right? The storm's going over the same area, and there's the flood advisory now, and I'll fly you in here a little bit closer to be able to see right along the county line, northeast there, Pompano Beach, Deerfield Beach, and this continues through Chase Stadium, down towards Plantation, and just about to the north of 595 for that heavy rain. I'll take you on a radar tour and I'll show you some of the rainfall rates. That's what we're concerned about. So it's not just that it's raining heavily. You get 1 to 3 plus inches an hour, and you keep raining over the same spot, and that's literally what you're going to get, 3 inches an hour. There's a flood advisory now where we have the first one over Deerfield Beach and down towards Pompano Beach. You can see some lighter greens here. So I'd like to see that because it's not the same torrential downpours over that flood advisory, which would limit the flash flood threat for now. Get you a little bit further to the south where we have this additional advisory, right? This one a little further south goes till 10 p.m. All of them expire at 10. We'll see what happens if we keep raining heavily. National Weather Service will expand that. But I'll take you on a street tour to be able to see here some of the heaviest bands there through Pompano Beach, Terramar. Let me loop this real quick for you. It may be a little jaunting, but there you see some of these pockets of heavy rain that moved in through Terramar, Cypress Harbor, and southwest, or Sea Ranch Lakes, I should say. And then further south, we have lighter rainfall down towards Chase Stadium. But there is this one feature here that I've been keeping an eye on right over Plantation, and you see the area impacted here, 595 points to the north, so Sunrise and south and east, and this pocket of very deep red. And I'll switch over to what the rainfall rate is right now, and you can see some pockets of very heavy rainfall anywhere in the yellow there, depicting that 2 to 3 inches. These are going to be embedded, and when you have that heavy rainfall, sometimes you do get the lightning strikes as well. A lot of rising air in the atmosphere coming in for tonight. A couple of strikes there, but it's not going to be a severe kind of event, right? With lots of lightning and kind of severe winds. Not going to be like that. It's more of a tropical event. When we get like a tropical system on top of us, you get that warm rain that just continues to be relentless at times, especially overnight when these kind of setups occur here. Southwest Ranches get you in there because that's where that little embedded train continues. So Southwest Ranches down to Pines, west of Okeechobee and out towards the Everglades, and there's that band. I'll kind of show you from southeast, or from northeast to southwest, and it's just right along the area there that it has not really moved all that much. So we're talking about upwards of 40 miles of rain where it doesn't stop. And when you loop that, you'll be able to see, again, it just follows that same flow, right, when these systems set up like that. And so that's what we worry about when we see these kind of setting up overnight, especially when we don't have enough notice out. Now, this is going to continue on and off for tomorrow. It's just tonight we are going to favor areas in Broward because that is where the setup is right now. And you see Pompano Beach there, you get a few little breaks there between Fort Lauderdale, and then all of a sudden, you get more rain. And this is where it's coming from. I'll widen out to be able to see that this is not a situation where we, have afternoon thunderstorms late into the evening with outflow boundaries. Whole different setup here with a stuck front and also a potentially developing tropical depression east of us there. The impacts, as I've been saying, are very similar. You get 20, 30 mile an hour wind gusts along the coast, and then you get this on and off kind of rain banding situation there. And see this cluster of thunderstorms, it's, kind of falling apart a little bit here, but that will also watch as it kind of, just kind of rotates in down towards between Cutler Bay and Homestead. We'll see if that materializes. But really the biggest threat when you have a flash flood threat like we do tonight it's where those bands set up that they just don't stop. And you can see there's just not much movement from north to south. So you get to Weston and a little further south through Pembroke Pines, and you will go through that heavy rain and then get out of it. So it's a lighter rain, just kind of a nuisance deal here across the rest of Broward County. It's to the south and east where we have the heaviest potential there, and that's just going to continue as we head through tonight and into tomorrow. Let me forward this radar for you. So we're going to do a next weather rain tracker, and we're going to do a couple of models here so you'll be able to see the differences. So this is the graph model depicting the rainfall continuing to come in through the overnight hours. There you see there, it's not really picking up on what's going on. When you see that in a model, you toss it out, because if it doesn't know what's going on right now, it won't have a good forecast. So we'll switch over to one of our other in-house models here, and this one's doing a bit of a better job, but it's still not picking up on the worst of it a little bit further to the south. But notice here, right over Palm Beach County, so it's kind of displaced it to the north, but you get the general idea. If I put this in motion, be able to see through the overnight hours, it just continues coming in and even diving a little bit further to the south. So this is going to be an event 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and then for the morning commute, it is very difficult to time these bands that come in, and so we could be heavily raining in one spot and then 5 miles to the south we're not. So it's not going to be this overspreading rain that comes in and gives everybody the same rain chance here. So we are looking for favored areas to be tonight in Broward County and northern Dade, and then for tomorrow pretty much it's open as far as who gets the heaviest rainfall here. But the totals, let me show you this, because this is quite something for the next day. The Weather Prediction Center has us accumulating anywhere from 2 to as much as 4 inches an hour. So here's the 3 days. So we'll put this through Friday, Saturday, and heading into Sunday. So this is what the weekend will look like as well. We're not going to rain every minute, but when it does rain, it does have the potential to be very heavy because of the tropical moisture that we have, and also because of that convergence that is really getting the atmosphere wrung out. So from Coral Springs all the way down, you see this pocket, almost all of populated Broward. Really, you go west and there's nothing there except the alligators, and then you see the county line there, and then parts of northeast Dade as well. So this is, for all intents and purposes, all of us getting in on some kind of heavy rain as we head through the day for tomorrow, continuing on Saturday, and then on Sunday as well. The rain continues next week. I just don't think it will be as punishing as often as we've been seeing it so far through tonight. And then for the day tomorrow, we'll be able to see some changes by the afternoon where things are going to shift a little bit on us as far as the heaviest rainfall coming down a little bit further to the south. This is what's happened just in the last 3 hours, and the radar is able to estimate how much rain has fallen, right? And so in a very quick amount of time, this is the setup here that we worry about. So Plantation, this is just west of the Turnpike, so north of 595. This area here, Doppler radar now indicating, right, anywhere from 3 to as much as 5 inches. That was my forecast for the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's why we always put the plus and talk about localized amounts that are going to be higher. It's impossible to pinpoint exactly where these are going to happen, but there you are, from Lauderdale Lakes down towards Melrose Park and to the west. That area there is looking at some significant rainfall just in the last 3 hours, several inches of accumulation, so you can bet streets are going to be flooded, and it's going to be hopefully just a nuisance. I'll put the live radar on so you'll be able to see that despite the fact that we've gotten all that accumulation, it's still raining pretty heavily there, and that's just has continued. And I'll loop that where we have that box there. If we're going to get a flash flood warning, this would be the area that would get it, because that's the heaviest rain that has fallen, and you still got more rain that's coming in from northeast to southwest. So overall, that is the setup here for tonight and into tomorrow. So we're going to go with our next weather alert. We may have to extend it as we head into the weekend, and the reason for that obviously is just additional rain. I think Saturday's still pretty wet, on and off rain, and Sunday will be the same. And just for tonight and tomorrow, 2 to 4 inches, and some areas, as you saw there, with much more. If we get a flash flood warning, we'll let you know. Of course, we'll be on at 10 o'clock on CW 33 Miami, and then we'll be back with the full newscast coming up at 11, and we'll see you then.